Inventory.
Alright. Checking my audio. Alright, so originally, I was gonna do this, like, just to get some cash and stuff on the game. Sorry. Turn down the extra audio. I just want to make sure my mic's picking up, and even though it's hot as hell, for the sake of the video, I'm going to have my fan off, so that's going to be unpleasant as far as the heat. But anyways, I'm trying this on challenging because, quite frankly, the stuff that I'm getting on regular settings is not as good. Like, the harder the setting, the better your equipment is. Like the turquoise piece right there underneath where it says XP 166,500, that turquoise piece. Say I do this on normal or on hard, I might get it. I mean, I will get it, but the stats will be real low. I'll show an example real quick if there's a piece I didn't get rid of that's like that. Okay, prime example, like see this right here, the stats like real low. I'll find one more. Best example right here. See, if I play it on normal or on hard, I might get something like this low stats. But what I've noticed is that if I play it on challenging, I'll get stuff with much higher stats. To put a little common sense with it, the harder the setting, the better stuff that you'll get. Right now I'm running, this is all like anybody from Division 1, this would be the equivalent of exotics. But for those who haven't played either one of the divisions, so this one right here helps with your armor regeneration, and yes, that 3% does help. But this one's basically just to stop me from taking as much damage, and it works with my shield, which is great. The shield setting I have is this one, so I can still use like my AK, my LMG, my shotgun, and so on and so forth. This one's you can use a flamethrower with, but I don't have that special enabled. My other stuff is just for additional critical damage. All my gear pieces I'm using right now are stock. The only thing that's not stock is my M4. And M4, for anybody that doesn't know, it's actually pretty rare to find an M4 on this game, unfortunately. When the game first came out, there was a couple spots you can go to and you can find M4s. Now it's just luck of the draw, or maybe one of the many stores you can find them and buy them. It's not really many. I mean, it's this, the settlement, your main headquarters, and this one. For anybody again that's new to Division 2, there used to be a random shopping cart that would show up on the map, and that would be like a bonus store that was only there for a limited time. You can get like named guns, basically guns that had quotes and usually had a special amount of a certain attribute like accuracy, headshot, so on and so forth. But back to the main topic. So I'm doing this on challenging solo, not entirely by choice, strictly because nobody else is playing this on challenging. Everybody else is playing it on normal. I'm sure during the daytime there'll be more people that'll be playing it on challenging. I've done a few missions on challenging by myself, not with this gear set. I like to switch up my gear pieces or my weaponry periodically. I mean, you know, you get kind of bored. Even if like your gear set or your weapons are like really good, like eventually you're gonna want to switch it up. Anybody that doesn't know, anytime you see these, you shoot them, and it'll disable whatever it is, and then it'll allow you to go in. So originally I was gonna do this without the mic and just pure gameplay, no audio from myself, like no vocals. But I don't know if that would be too boring versus hearing me ramble on about the game. I really don't know, like, you know, either or. Yes, I'm live streaming like really late, depending on your time zone. Hold on. Matchmaking. There it goes. Had to take that off. It was getting kind of annoying. But yeah, chances are, like, I'm just gonna live stream or upload on the weekends, simply because people are usually up on the weekends, so it's less likely to, I guess, bother people. Because I live stream really late because I get off of work real late. And for people that are old enough to work, you already know when you work at night, you sleep during the day. You know, unless of course you have kids, which I don't, so there's that. Yeah, so when I'm gonna fight, I normally, and I see those things get set down, those are the things I primarily go for, because otherwise you're just gonna end up like killing the same people over and over again, or just reapplying the same damage that you've been applying over and over again. Now, I should have explained my M4. I need to back up because they're probably gonna run through there. I haven't done this mission in, I really don't know how many weeks or months. Okay, so my M4, the way I have it, and this is just me from, you know, a little bit of short-term memory. So my M4 has a decent amount of damage. Like, it's not like 18,000 or nothing like that. I think it's like 11 or 13. But hold on. Okay, so destroy it. They're on that side, so I need to destroy it from this side just in case they attack me. But one of the talent I have for this weapon, it increases the fire rate, and like for the first half of the clip or magazine, whatever you want to call it. But not only does it increase the fire rate, it weakens it in order to produce more rounds per minute, aka fire off. But on the second half of the magazine or clip, whatever you want to call it. Okay, see that broken heart? That meant the guy's being resurrected, and I know this guy coming up on my left. It's very important to always keep your eye on the map, which is why I put my radar like directly like bottom center of the screen. So it's the easiest is to quickly look down, look up, look down, look up. Like, it's just right there, about like right on my character, so it doesn't take a whole lot of work to just basically look back and forth. And see, this is what I was talking about. You gotta find the people that lay down all the medical stuff, like these medics right here, because they're just gonna constantly revive these other characters. They're just gonna constantly throw down things gonna give them extra health or healing. And you could, I mean, if you're trying to you know, do what they call farming, I mean, you want to keep those guys alive. This guy right here, that I'm targeting right now, that's the guy again from a little bit ago that sets down the first aid stuff that'll heal people as well. But yeah, I mean, if you're into farming, or that's what you want to do at that moment, yeah, those two characters with those two symbols, you want to keep them alive, because then you could just play the same part over and over and over again. Those big fuckers you want to stay away from. I've just had acid dropped on my character. And no, not the narcotic. Another good reason for why I'm trying to focus with the M4 is for the accuracy, fire rate, and but yeah, I mean, I guess those would be the very top two qualities, and therefore it makes up for the damage. And as you see, the reload's pretty quick. I mean, this is on challenging, which is like the second to hardest setting. And as you can see, like I'm chopping up these characters pretty easily. Like whether I'm like at a distance or just dead center from the combat. Okay, health damage, which is good, because as fast as I have this assault rifle firing, as fast as it's firing, it's gonna pick off the armor naturally by itself. Not only that, with the bonus weapon damage, with the fire rate, I mean, it's just gonna be chipping away like nothing. And then once their armor is gone, because on the Division 1 and 2, you can literally knock off pieces of armor, they're going to be exposed, and that's where that health damage comes into play, and that's why I'm able to take them down as fast. My attribute mixed in with my talent, it gives me that accelerated fire rate. If you're wondering, because you don't know, obviously, the arrow underneath each bar where it says assault rifle, health damage, and fire rate, the little white triangle is basically just stating, okay, you have these attributes stored at the White House, which is your headquarters, and this is how much of the bar is filled up overall that you can apply to this weapon, are the highest. So the health bar on this weapon is higher than one that I had stripped off a different weapon. And that's one of the things I do like about this game, is that they allow you the ability to make a really good weapon, a really good class, and they allow you to make a really horrible one. And that's why some people don't like the game, is because, I mean, some people, they're just whiny, but a lot of people don't like the game because this game does involve general common sense, knowing how to read, the understanding of what's on your screen, which again goes with reading, like reading comprehension. And if you're not paying attention, you could screw up a really good weapon, or you could screw up a really good gear piece. And the gear pieces, again, for those that don't know, are these 6 things. And just like you have weapon attachments, you can attach things to your gear as well. Yeah, so see, I have this piece, which is for my backpack. Like, I'm already getting an additional 15, but attached to it, I'm getting another 4 on top, so I'm getting 19 bonus critical damage. And your critical damage is what you want. Again, if you don't know from the Division 1, it's what you want, because my take on it is the higher your critical chance is, the more chance you have of basically killing your enemy faster. Because if your critical chance is low, but your critical damage is high, it's like, okay, well, your damage is set high, but your percentage of pulling off those shots as well as you can is low. So again, I mean, this... Okay, I gotta figure out where that healer's coming from. So that's basically what I'm saying, is that you really have to pay attention on this game. If you see a wire running across the floor somewhere, chances are you need to follow it and see where it goes. Certain maps, you have to shoot certain pieces to be able to move forward on certain maps. Basically, if you know what a pulley is, and yeah, I'm just gonna say that. If you know what a pulley is, which is just basically easiest way to think about it, it's a string that goes from one end over to something else, and it allows you to lift something. Well, a pulley is a rope that goes off to potentially a small wheel that carries the rope somewhere else, and say it might be holding on to something, and that basically makes it easier for you to lift it. So there are parts of this game where, say, something's stuck, and you might have to shoot the pulley in order to get it unstuck, if that makes any sense. And I know I got really far off subject, but yeah, there's just a lot of things you can interact with on this game. These kits are important because, as you see, I got a med kit. They sometimes, I believe, give you... Basically, these are your will store all your medical stuff versus the regular med kit, or I'm sorry, weapon crate. It just does regular ammo. But yeah, next live stream, I'm probably just gonna try it just as an experiment, to where I don't really say anything. It's just pure gameplay. Now that right there, you seen, it was basically a rocket launcher. I'll pull it out again. I'm able to fire anywhere from 1 to 4 rockets at once, and they will lock on to a target. The way that I'm using it is because I have what they call a year 1 pass, which means that pretty much anything that comes out in the first year, I get it for free. And that's one part of it. Like, if you don't have the year 1 pass, you're not going to be able to get the rocket launcher, but they will have other things you can use, like a grenade launcher. Like, if you ever played GTA 5, the grenade launcher from that, not the one that you can shoot while you're on a motorcycle, but the other one, you can shoot that on this game, but on this game it's a hell of a lot more realistic. There's crossbows, regular sniper rifles. You can walk around with the fucking turret, just like on GTA 5. Excuse me, granted you're high enough rank. But yeah, next live stream I do, like I said, if I remember, I'm just gonna mute my mic the whole time and see what the views are when I ask people that I know, or any comments I get. Would you guys prefer me rambling, or me rambling information about the game while playing the game, or pure uninterrupted gameplay itself? One thing I also try to make aware to people that are not the most experienced on the game is that you don't have to just go in and start shooting people. Like, if you learn to recognize the symbols that pop up, like say that right there, the guy dropped a kit that'll give health, and then see that's the radius, and then that second symbol that popped up, that guy is using a drone. And their drones can do a lot of things, just like our drones. If you intend to use one, it could be anything from healing to attacking to a drone that'll actually absorb, I guess is the easier way to describe it. Absorb or deflect any bullets that are shot at you. Now it's not the best. I wouldn't say that one's the best one to use out of those if you're using the drone. But it all depends on how you set it up. And again, gamer style. That thing that just dropped, that orange thing. Those are the ammunition for whatever your special weapon is. Like my special weapon is the rocket launcher, 4 rockets. That purple that just kind of took over the back side of my character. That goes with my special. And I'll explain that here in a second after I kill this guy, because he should be the last one. Okay, so each special has, again, something that makes them special. These are all the ones that are out right now. If you don't have the year 1 pass or like the I think that Battle for New York, whatever New York DLC part, which that's like $20. You're not gonna be able to use all these, but you will be able to use the crossbow, which is an explosive arrow. The grenade launcher, which again is from GTA 5, you might recognize it. The sentry gun you cannot use, but this you can. The 50 cal or TAC 50. But you use everything if you get the year 1. But not only do you get a special weapon, you also get special frags or grenades, such as this one right here, where it throws out an EMP. If you don't know what an EMP is, electromagnetic pulse, it disables anything electronic. Cluster grenade, mini grenade, which detonates into large affected areas, kind of like shrapnel, which is kind of like this one, where not only does it explode, but it also launches little pieces out there that'll further damage your enemy versus the basic grenade. Flashbang, you should know what that is already. Flashlight, you can't see, or whoever you throw it at can't see. Incendiary round, fire grenade, foam riot grenade. Now, if you're a low rank, that actually would be more helpful than what you might think of. Basically, what this does is that you throw it, and like it says in there, it looks like foam. Or if you know what a bubble bath is. Okay, so picture a bunch of, like, you throw it and a bunch of bubbles just erupt from wherever the hell you throw it at. But it's like foamy, like a shaken up Pepsi bottle, Coca-Cola, whatever you drink. And what it does is it gets your enemies like stuck in place so they can't move. Meaning you can move anywhere you want, shoot them up, throw grenades, like they're just yours, you know what I mean? So it is useful, especially if you have like giant juggernaut like dudes, if you've played Call of Duty, and they're just coming after you. You just gotta get away, just throw those damn things and you will be able to escape. Pretty much in this game though, one thing to know is whatever you're able to use, the enemy is also able to use. And again, it's not saying that every enemy has every single ability, kind of like yourself, kind of like people you play with. I mean, it's a give or take. I mean, some might be able to do certain things, some might be able to do other things, but nobody's able to do everything all at once. Something else to run. Okay, so these are incendiary rounds, or I'm sorry, explosive rounds. Certain little boxes like that, which kind of like ammo boxes, like certain ones, if they're different colors and stuff, they'll give you different special ammo. I think incendiary is red and white. I might be wrong. Okay, that's the Juggernaut dude I was talking about. And this game has 7 of them. 7 different ones. One of them is actually, I admit, does look cool. Which you could find, I believe, up in this area. There's like a little, yeah, it's like right here. There's like an underground tunnel thing, and there's like some old, like raggedy ass house from like who knows how old. And the Juggernaut won't be like a regular Juggernaut over in that location. Like he'll look like he just crawled out of like a swamp, but he's also part-time, you know, a biker gang person. Like he has just like chains and all this bondage stuff just hanging off of him. Okay. I don't have a clear shot. Or there he goes. Okay, see the red pack on the right side of the Juggernaut? Those are the weak points. Again, it's just for anybody that doesn't know. If you shoot those off, again, it's a weak point. It'll give you an advantage. Those green dots that just flew on them, certain Juggernauts, they have the ability to heal themselves on the fly, which, yeah, can seem like cheating. But again, that's how they give you the more of a difficulty. That weird stuff moving around on the right side, that's something that if I go over there, I believe it'll take away my abilities like an EMP. If an enemy's getting ready to throw a grenade and you shoot them in the arm or head or anything, they'll actually drop the grenade on themselves and blow themselves up. Again, see how he's got a red pack? And you know you're hitting the red packs because it'll have a yellow hit marker whenever you're hitting the weak points. I never actually got to explain why my character earlier had that purple that went over his back. Also, like, same thing with the grenades. How that character was throwing up the drone. See, that's a healer drone. That'll revive people. Short circuit and destroyed. Game's letting me know that these are the last characters in the room. The markers above their head. And yeah, I'm going back and forth on information like ADD, like pretty bad, just because I'm trying to keep things relevant to what's currently going on. See, I blew up the pack on his arm. See, that armor is 18k, so it's actually weak. I should have just picked it up as trash. Which, if you pick up pieces that like you don't want, you can sell them, which is a really good thing about this game. Because everything you have has a value. Like when you go to sell it, see, I can get 293 credits, which I can use for a lot of different things in this game. You don't have to spend your own money to get stuff in this game. You could literally just work for it. Again, so if you're younger and you don't have a credit card or something, or you can't use your parents, or if you're an adult and you ain't about to spend a whole bunch of money on a damn video game. Okay, so status effect. This one says that okay, so the arrow right underneath the yellow bar for the status effect, the bar goes further than the arrow, which means if I pick this up, I could take that part off of this piece, and it'll be higher than what I previously have, and I could take that and put that on any other piece of this class. When I say class, I mean like knee pad. Category is probably the better term. Okay, all the way back. Okay, so why the stuff goes purple over my back sometimes? It goes. This is another thing with their special. Like I said earlier, you get special grenades depending on which again, special that you choose. I guess that's just the word I have to use for this. So you get a special weapon, which gives you special grenades, which gives you also additional special abilities, like this one. And again, this ability is only for this right here. Sorry. I thought a little too hard. Something that was basic. Okay, so this one, as you see on the top right, I'll read the main part. It lets out little booster drones, which is those little glowing dots, and depending on the color will depend on what it does. As you see the bar at the underneath the handle, it could be different colors. Different colors represent different abilities. So this one, the why it went purple, I'll reword it. The little orbs can expand themselves to increase allied people on your team, skills and efficiency, so how accurate your shit works, how good it works, and refresh their duration, how long it lasts, because sometimes it only lasts for a certain amount of time, which you can increase by yourself by adding attachments onto your pieces, just like a weapon. Periodically release a drone while holstered, which means while I'm not using it, which is what it was doing earlier. So you can upgrade these as well, but I only have to it's upgraded to a point where it only affects me. Again, I'm only by myself, and if I want to affect other people, I could just throw it and it'll affect everybody that steps in the big circle. So basically why I have this with my shield is because basically and I'm sorry I keep using the same words repetitively, but as my shield gets weakened to a certain point, this will actually continue to make it hold up, instead of breaking apart as easy as it ordinarily would. Real fast, not real fast, but this is a launcher that can shoot multiple different things, from poison to fire to healing and that foam stuff that keeps you put. This right here, you can use anything from a self-automated machine gun, a tripod, a flamethrower, a sniper rifle, which is a 50 cal, and do mortars, but that's only if you have that one specialization called demolitionist and activated, which again you don't have to pay for. You don't, it's free. There's again 3 of them you can get for free, and if you pay $20 you can get another, you can get the rest of them basically. It's not a necessity, but it does make it a lot more efficient or better for you if you're the type of person that might play this more than just a couple months and then get bored of it. EMP, a little ball you throw out, and then it'll only do a radar scan of that proximity. Other games have had that before. This thing, it scans, it lets out a big wave all 360 around you, and it'll target enemies for you, so making them stick out more. This right here, again, it only goes to, a certain specialization, and basically it lets out, think of it like a flashbang, but again 360 all around you. So again, if you need to just get the hell out of a bad situation, and not only that, as it says up there, it confuses the enemy. It just messes them up, like, just fries their retinas for a while. Firefly, I honestly never use this. I've tried it a couple times. It's just not my style. Think about it like a little paper plane like you might make in school, and you throw it at people. Yeah. This right here, it is useful, again, depending on your situation. One is a giant fucking bowling ball, and it seeks out an enemy, big ass explosion. The other one seeks them out, bursts into flames. Another one seeks them out, but it splits into smaller sets, and so you can attack multiple enemies at once. This right here, it will actually follow you on its own, and it'll heal you. But you can all these things, you can get them to assist you, but you can also get them to assist your teammates as well if you're that much of a team player, which I like to be. But it all depends on the situation. Like if I'm dying way worse than they are, obviously I'm gonna try to heal myself a little quicker. But again, you have to have the survival. This one right here, you have to have the survivalist, and that's only for the one where it's just the ball that follows you and heals. Again, specialist is one of the other ones that's free. Drone, this one helps a lot, especially if you're new or again caught up in a, kind of a bad situation. It's almost the equivalent of the turret, but it flies. So it'll go around shooting people stuff. And see, that's the thing too. This and the turret, what makes them unique is that they can attack on their own. They don't need you to say, hey, attack them, hey, attack them. They will do their job by themselves. They're very independent, but you can specifically target certain people, problematic enemies. So this one is the one I said that it will deflect or absorb, I use as a word, incoming bullets. Basically, you'll be less likely to take as much damage. Tears, I can again kind of fly over that real quick. Again, I'm so far off the original concept of this video. This right here flies over, it drops bombs. This one, it will constantly heal your armor. Sharpshooter, that's the one that gives you the 50 cal, the S50, and it is also free. Marks out the enemies, making it more accessible for you to snipe properly. Education. Okay. Fuck. Okay, so since I mentioned it, real quick, and I'll get right back to the gameplay. Sorry. Again, ADD. So it says skill tier right here underneath hardwire. It has a little picture of a battery. Okay, and then you look on the bottom left where it has the where it says 20,007 skill tier. That's a bar that can fill up, and the higher it fills up, the more abilities you have, the stronger your shit is. When it comes to your equipment, such as these. Man, it's getting hot in here with us some AC or a fan, which I have turned off because I doubt you guys want to hear that. I'm assuming that might be worse than me rambling. I'm sorry. I like being helpful. I like being informative. It's, take it as a flaw if you want. Which kind of seems redundant. Oh, and if you hear that in the background, that's my brother's cat. Real life. Alright. And on that note, I'm gonna... Oh my god, take a drink of my fucking soda that, or pop, depending on where you're from, that is warm right now. Okay, so it's good. Okay, so the enemies can only see you from a certain range, which is why it's good to scope them out so you kind of have an understanding of the platform, aka the location, and you just try to figure out your strategy. Or you could just bum rush in and, maybe it works out. But also you can focus on the enemy and see it'll pop symbols above their head, and you can kind of decide on your own who's primary. Purple, supposed to be more advanced. So you got 2 grenaders, and then that robotic dog, they call it. That's just a regular shooter. So I can run to the right, EMP, then shoot straight across. But who's to say it's gonna wind up perfectly? Or no, that's not a possibility. Yeah, see, I'm within the range. Okay, it's signifying blast area. Be observant. See explosive material. Now he's got acid on him. Character is bleeding, and he's under duress. Meaning he's not having a good time. Whoa. I'm not being observant enough to my own character's health. Oh, and you can get keychains in this game, like you see right there. Which, how you get those is a whole nother story. Certain missions, you can find them, and no, it's not all the missions. Okay, so... Oh, goody. Juggernaut. Sarcasm. Yeah, it's good to know when to reposition. Okay, so... basically, I'm gonna use this as a covering point. Because it makes them, one, overuse their ammo, so they have to reload, and it forces them to separate, like this guy, which makes it easier to take them out. Now there are different worlds, I guess you could say, but let's call them tiers, and you can level up your map. The more you level up your map, the harder the enemies get, meaning the better stuff you get, the harder they get. And well, that can sound, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling a little bit. Now you could throw the EMPs and stuff at people, and even though they're not electronic, it will actually have somewhat of an effect on them. Obviously not the strongest. Okay. He's getting weaker, but take out the little henchmen so they don't give me some cheap shots. Strategy. All these bad guys always after me. Again, trying to go a little bit for the weak points. Shotgun usually helps to break up some weak points because it has a wider radius. Oh, so he has... okay, he's getting healed as well, so... that's also why to hit certain enemies constant enough. That way they're less likely to heal as much. Otherwise it goes on forever. Bastard. Nope. Run, little bitch. Just drilling them. Yeah, and see, when those things are about to destroy themselves, if you're not already aware, it's good to try to get away a little bit, because they will EMP as a last resort and disable your stuff for a tiny bit. It's not anything bad, but it can be something considered a little annoying. depending on your settings, you could find certain boxes and whatever in certain places. As it's saying, once I go into this part of the battle, I will not be able to heal. Or not heal, I'm sorry, respawn. Which is irrelevant because I'm by myself, so... Oh, that's one of the things I was going to say earlier, and I'll let you guys look at the signs while I'm trying to get myself a little bit of a drink from my handy-dandy thermos that keeps my drink cold while it's hot as hell outside, or inside. It's hot all over, summertime. But yeah, that's what I was saying like a while back, is that one thing a lot of people find funny that have been into the division for years now, is that what's going on with the whole Corona thing is there's a little humor about it as far as the game, only because, and I say only because, this game years ago, so years before what's going on now, kind of predicted all this stuff. And the crazy thing about it is it actually gives you a timeline from how long it took the world to go from the initial outbreak to what it is in the game. So the game has its own little mini conspiracy within it, depending on how far in a rabbit hole you try to make. Rabbit hole as a metaphor, not an actual rabbit hole. It's like conspiracy theorists and shit. Okay, neutralize, destroy the black character, the Tusk helicopter. Okay, so the white light coming off that gun, I'm assuming he's a sniper. Okay, I start shooting, but then I'm kind of exposed. Versus if I go to the left. A lot of times I always attack from the right. I don't know why. I guess it just always seems easier, and from the left it seems also a little easier to get jumped. But fuck it. And yes, I obviously cuss. I know I don't make videos for money, so I don't really care about monetization and all that stuff. Oh, how I wish I had. And there's snipers. Yeah, so I look for the explosive devices, so it makes it easier for me to destroy this stuff. And now, retreat. Wait, can I get up there? I don't think so. They're not really attacking too bad right now, so I'm having a lot more time to look around than I thought I would. Oh my god. Oh no. Goddamn snipers. I could honestly say I've never tried this, but I don't think I was aware to even try it. Wordplay. Okay, so this is actually a bad spot that I'm gonna have to get out of. Unless, of course, I switch to a sniper class, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so although it's EMP, it can just disorient them enough for me to get the hell out of here. Oh, please don't tell me that's a healer drone. Nope, it's not. It's red. That's an attacker. Damn. They got snipers on snipers on snipers. Trying to pick and choose. Oh, no you don't. Oh. Okay. Those are the ones usually like taser you, which makes you stand up, therefore it's easier for you to get shot. Okay, I just gotta get down from here. This isn't... It's gonna be a slow progression if I stay up here. Whoa! I'm gonna get downed. Oh god. Good thing he's a coward. Do not want to have to restart, especially when it's on a live stream. Okay, again, this is why I normally go to the right. I always seem to have more cover on the right of like on the right side of any map. It just always seems easier to overtake locations. You don't want to get too close to certain things that can explode like that, because the enemy sometimes will use that against you, just like you're able to use it against them whenever they're close to stuff, such as right there. This guy thinks he's sneaky. Can I get... okay. I gotta remember to keep my head down with all these damn snipers. You know what, I'm just gonna let it heal naturally. Screw it. Does he have a drone over his head? Ooh, I was not supervising my own health. From where? Oh, okay, there they are. Show yourself again. There they are. Also, Gears of War, if you're really good at wall balancing, that's another good quality to have for this game as well. Oh. If you don't know what wall balancing is, basically it's just button mashing, the button that helps you lean against the wall so you can slide over to him at a faster rate. You're looking the wrong damn way. Up, he spotted me. I kind of realized I am not using my shield. Oh no. You better not. Oh, oh. Okay, speaking of. The accuracy though. Nope, 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 nope. And what? I missed. Yeah, I know there's plenty of special ammo around. I'm just not taking advantage of. Oh, you little bastard. Well, if you keep hiding. Oh, you're just literally just out there. Yeah, and unfortunately sometimes the enemies do run away from you. Oh, failed to realize I was already detonated. A couple weak points. Little bastard. Close enough to use the shotgun. And yeah, I almost immediately whipped out the shield on them, only because the setting, I kind of expect them to take a lot of bullets. Shoot off the weak point. And go for that neck. And finish with the pistol. Oh, got him in the throat. Or her. It's good, but I already have a weapon literally just like it. It does all the same stuff, same stats. But I can use it for the critical damage, so maybe I'll keep it. Don't need that. Don't need that, but I can sell it.
It's another black eye for Black Tusk. It's a good thing they're cleared out of that compound.
You think he is creative? Okay, so I unlocked a backpack. Oh, field proficiency. Okay, so technician 3 points. Technician is what my special is called. 3 points, meaning I have more points to use in order to upgrade it in any way I personally see fit.
Agent requesting backup.
Just in this one mission, I did 30 million damage onto my enemies, killing 69 of them. And my percentage for accuracy was a little bit less than 50. Okay, so I unlocked a backpack, and it was on challenging, which is the second hardest setting. And there you go. I mean, everything's filled up about 3/4 the way. So again, the harder you put the setting for the mission, the better stuff you get. 3/4 of the bars are filled up. It's on the third hardest setting. So if you put on the fourth hardest setting, the hardest of all settings, theoretically, you should get equipment that's the bars are filled all the way up. But is it possible to do by yourself? Yes. Is it something that you're going to enjoy? Probably not. And that really, again, depends on your setup. Weapon damage, 7.8, 7.6. Headshot damage. Well, I mean, that's alright. I mean, I can add a third red bar like I did on here for +4 critical chance. But it can go, but as far as trying to get a high number for headshot damage, I would rather do that with a sniper, which would be this one right here, Ziba, which does +15 for the overall sniper rifle, which is a marksman, and a 30% increase for the headshots by its damn self. So the cache or field proficiency, there's different kinds of these you can get. You can get it from just playing to, yeah, I guess that's the quickest way to explain it. It's just based off how much XP you generate over time. Let's see what this one is. From what I can tell so far, I'm not too impressed by that stuff, only because, again, it seems like stuff I've already had. But who knows? Maybe the stats are better. Critical damage, I can use that. Weapon handling? Yeah. I could use that for certain weapons, like say AKs that have, you know, where the recoil is a lot larger, meaning it just throws itself everywhere, has a greater chance of that. But I already have that talent saved up, and in as a bonus, I mean, again, the video as far as the subject title is pretty much over, or is over. But as a bonus, I guess I'll just show how to extract the stuff. One thing I got lost in, which I was going to explain, but I mean, chances are you'll find it anyways if you just look it up on YouTube. That CDC headquarters mission, if you don't already have it, you can get a keychain from that mission. And basically, when you get into the stage of the mission, as in the one part of the mission where I seen the Juggernaut, if you rewind it back, the big guy with the turret and stuff that I shot the rockets at, if you look inside that room, you'll see little skeletons, right? Or you'll see skeletons. So if you were to go to the right, unlike what I did, I went to the left, and I already have this, so I was just trying to take the people down and got sidetracked with all the other stuff. But when you get to that part, if you just run to the right, I believe, just look for a skeleton that's standing in the corner. That's, so run up to it and start holding or pressing square if you're on PlayStation, or X if you're on Xbox. And it should make a sound letting you know that you picked it up, but again, you could always double check if you don't get any type of notification. I believe it might say that you pick it up also on your screen as well. But what it looks like, that keychain, is, where the heck did it go? Oh, you know what? I don't have it on this character. Okay, so I have it on my Xbox character, not my PlayStation character, so I can't really show you. But basically, it's just a just like how all these just hang off a chain, keychains. They're so that one, it's this little skeleton that hangs off of it. Again, you can get these from doing certain missions. You can get these from looking around certain spots, but again, your best bet is just to look them up on YouTube, especially if you want to find a specific one. You know what? Okay, never mind. Yeah, this one you can actually find at you can find it over here at the settlement. Getting really off topic, but basically you run in there, trace the left side, and if you're far enough in the game, there should be a staircase that leads upstairs. And upstairs, I'm trying to do it from memory. Okay, so downstairs is a band that plays. You go upstairs, and there should be I guess you could say a walkway that kind of goes off. I'll show you in a second, or in a couple of minutes. Just let me show you this, and then I'll go over and I'll show you that, and then that could be the end of this video. That way I don't have like a 4-hour live stream or 8-hour live stream that some people complain about. But like I said, I don't expect people to go ahead and watch my videos completely, like finished, like beginning to end. I mean, that would be insane. I expect people to actually just skip around to whatever parts might interest them, and I know rambling is probably not something that would interest anybody, but it might. I don't know, something to fall asleep to, right? Oh, okay. Let me explain this. For those that don't know, this table right here, you can craft things. Granted, you have the requirements, which, as you see, are listed on the right side. Certain missions or certain things will give you access to certain things. This lady on the right, she'll sell you blueprints and stuff like that, which you can then use over here. And I'm shortening this as much as I can. Your calibration station, if you played Division 1, you already have a general idea what this is if you did not. So, recalibration station, on the left side, you pick whatever thing you want to recalibrate. Recalibrate meaning, I mean, think of it like switching stuff up. So, say you find something like, okay, well, this damage on here is real low. I can add higher damage. You can switch out literally any of these. And how you get more of the, where it says replacements on the top right, or pretty much top right, is by extracting. And you can switch out the talents. Talents have different abilities, like bonus things. Again, you could go back and pause, or just look them up, because that again could be a video within itself. Okay, so how do you get the things off so you can put them on to other things? Okay, so this one has the bar filled all the way up, meaning it's at the maximum, it's the highest it can be. This one has like a bar on top of a bar, meaning it's not as high as it can be. It could be higher. Available things you can pull from. It says for me, in my situation, I have 11. Again, the arrow underneath each of the bars on the right side, yellow bars, that signify, okay, the bars, how good certain things are. The arrow underneath of it signifies what I already have that I could put on versus how good. Okay, so let me just show you. Okay, so critical damage. Trying to find that one. Okay, so this is just a weak piece. It's just for example. Okay, so for critical damage, it says that I have not pulled any attribute for critical damage off yet, so my thing's all the way down to nothing. So what I can do is, I'm like, okay, well, this one has, 4. Yeah, that's higher, but I can use those later for other things. So on the bottom right, it says extract internal, which means extract whatever piece. And how you know which piece or what part of the piece that you're going to be extracting from is from the yellow brackets. Which again, if you look to the right, you'll see the character. It looks like a character's face with the X's over their eyes. It says eyeless above that. It says talents above that. It says critical hit damage. And if you notice, there's like on each end of that rectangle, it's kind of like yellowish orange. So that's how you know what's selected by the yellowish orange on each side. So hold on square, because this is PlayStation. On Xbox it would be the X. Okay, now you see my critical damage I have that I can put onto other pieces that don't already have it is now 4, because I took it off the previous piece. Now when you do that, it also destroys the weapon you took it off of. So again, you have the ability, like I said way long ago, like so long ago, you have the ability to do great things in the game, and you have abilities to screw everything up. And if you're not paying attention, you'll screw everything up, and then you'll think, oh my god, this game is trash. It's not trash, it's just your decisions are trash. And I know that's fucked up to say, but as it says in my general description, brutal honesty. You have to pay attention in this game. You don't have to like just sit super close to the TV and be so absorbed in it, but you can't be so drawn back from it. Like, you can't be so out of focus from it. You have to focus at least a little bit, enough to know what's going on, not just flow loosely like. Well, trying to think of a way that doesn't sound bad. Basically, you just have to pay attention. Okay, so the last thing I said was part of the video. Oh, and as far as the White House or any of these save points, not everybody's would look the same. It depends on your progression in the game. Certain missions will unlock certain things, certain upgrades. to making your stuff look better, giving you more options to do certain things. Like down there's a shooting range, which fuck it, I mentioned it, I'll show it. Okay, shooting range, up close, take on multiple targets, moving targets, sniping at mid close range and sniping at a far range. You can read what that says. Skill haste is how fast your skill. Okay, haste is like to move quickly. So basically, how fast your skill regenerates if you use that one stash box, all your stuff that you've been collecting along the way, ammo box. But to get to the last point that I did mention on where to find that flower keychain, and after, I'm sorry, I just slapped my leg louder than shit. After this, I'm gonna end the live stream, turn on my damn fan for a while. at least a good 10 minutes. Like, I mean, I'm not too bad with this humidity, but man, the humidity is high. Okay. That awkward silent moment. Well, while it's loading, look, it gets so humid to the point to where I can get, like, say, like ice cream or a popsicle, whatever it is, out of the freezer, and then set it down somewhere. Go to the bathroom, come right back, just after taking a leak, and the popsicle will be melted completely by then. And it doesn't take that long, you know, for men to, you know, do a number one. Okay, so if you do the right missions and stuff, this upstairs will exist. If you haven't done all the right missions, as in stuff that they ask you to do, which that's a video of its own, this upstairs might not be here. But, you'll find it right here in this box. I cannot pick it up because I already have it. But as you see the flowers there, that is what the keychain is of in this location. So, yeah. Okay, very, very, very last thing I'll show for the video, since it just crossed my mind. Okay, so with the with these, which I have highlighted, you can sometimes unlock, if you go to apparel, you can sometimes unlock like these little SIM card looking things if you know, if you have like an Android, but you know, Samsung phone, and these will open up these boxes, like big boxes on the left. These are for certain events, see different color, different stuff, and that's where I got a lot of the stuff my character's wearing. But if you see on the bottom left, well, on the bottom almost center where it says textiles, where it has the yellow circle and like that symbol in it, and it says 965. Basically, if you open, yeah, so if you open any of these and you get doubles, basically instead of getting a double item, they'll just take whatever the double item would have been, a double item being an item that you have already received previously, and they'll give you credits. This would be a third type of credit versus the credit from selling your equipment, to buy stuff from the vendors. But okay, so the yellow number at the bottom, towards the bottom side of the 965, those can be used to buy certain things. Granted, you have enough to meet the requirement. Whether it's, you know, emotes, outfits, parts of outfits, or premium credits. Premium credits is real money, like real life money. Like go to work, ask mom and dad, whatever it is, cash out of pocket. As you can see, I have not done it. I've thought about it. I thought about dropping a quick $20 to see what the hell, get that mask out of the way and blah blah blah. But I'm doing fine without it. Another way to earn credits is also by doing Ubisoft's challenge things. I'm really getting so far off topic. What was it?
Progression. Inventory.
So I was talking about credits. Oh, well, get back to apparel. I'm trying to make sure I said everything I wanted to say for the video. Emotes, apparel, emojis, cash, specialization. These came with the year 1 thing. The one on the left is what I was using.
You suck. And swallow.
One of my good old online buddies. I don't suck and swallow as hard as your mom, and when I do, it's milk off her titty. Anyways, yeah, again, I don't give a shit about being fucking getting money for YouTube. I say what I want. Yeah. That's pretty much it for this one. Just nothing offhand. Alright, check one more thing. Gosh damn it. Oh, Mr. Caxo. Yeah, I haven't seen your ass in for fucking ever. Anyways, if you want to see what the whole title of this damn video is about, I'm about to end the live stream. You go ahead and rewind it, play it. It's up to you. Like I said, I don't expect anybody to actually watch the whole fucking thing, and if you do, I don't know, maybe it's something to fall asleep to, because otherwise you'd have to be really bored. Alright. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say. If you're trying to do emotes, again, you don't know, hold down on the directional pad, D-pad, whatever it is. As it says, press X if you're on PlayStation, A if you're on Xbox, and you can do whatever the emote is. Alright. See you later.
Inventory.